Today I'm back working on the Defender here. I got all my grease nipples changed out. So you got 4 on the front here. I put 45s on all these. Turn them to a spot where you can get a grease gun in them and make sure they're snug. So front's the same, and then there's one on that drive shaft coming out there. I'll show that after. And then on the back, on this side I left the, right here, left the straight Zerk in there. And then I did 45 on top and 90s on the back. On the other side, I was able to get a 90 in, and I'm probably going to do the same on this side after, where that straight one is. That way I can just get at it a little easier. It is a tight spot there. So there's those. There's 4 on each side at the back there. And then on the very back, there is 1 on each sway bar bushing. So I put new ones in there. Those ones were fine, but I put a new one in just to have a new one in there. For those of you that are wondering, this is the kit I bought. Comes with more than enough to do. It also comes with caps, which is nice. It was supposed to come with wrenches, and it didn't. And I could have used them in a few spots, but I managed with what I had. So yeah, I'm gonna grease them up, and I'll grease that front drive shaft one, and I'll try and get a video in there, but it'll be pretty tough. I went back and I put a 45 on the bottom A-arm there, and then now they're all greased. It's a good idea to, you can see I greased a little extra. It's a good idea to do that, then put the cap on. It gives it a better seal, keeps dust out, and then next time you go to grease it, all you do is pop the cap off, give it a quick wipe, and hit it with more grease and do the same thing over. This should cut down on greasing time, doing it this way, because they're way easier to get at, and you won't wreck your hose on your grease gun, and it just makes it a little bit easier to do your maintenance on your machine. Anything that gives me more time to use the machine and less time working on it is a plus for me. I just found out my machine does not have, but some of the older machines had, right on the end of this spline shaft, there was a grease nipple that you could grease, and it'd keep from that spline shaft seizing up. It's a pretty big pain to get to. What I did was I put my machine in neutral, and I'm on relatively flat ground, so I just pulled it back and forth until I got the yoke at the right spot where I could get my hand in there and feel. This is a 2022 HD10. It does not have. I know for sure the 2019 HD8 has. So you'd have to just check your machine. Once you check it once, you'll know. You can get your hand in there. I can get my hand in there. It's tight. There's a little bit of room. Otherwise, you got to pull panels off and stuff. But this is driver's side, right in between the diff and the front brace here for the A-arm. And yeah, you'll feel around and you'll see if it's there or not. I don't know what year they stopped putting those on, but just check your machine if you don't know. But anyway, that'll about do it for me. I've got I just did an oil change not too long ago. I did front and rear diff fluids. Now it's all grease, so it'll be good for another 50 hours.